Hi, I'm Andrew Murray, a former European Open golf champion and a current player on the European Seniors Tour. I do also some summarising for BBC Radio 5 Live. Let me show you what's in my golf bag with Equipio.com. The irons. Basically, because of an injury to my elbows, I've gone with a graphite shaft. It's the first time I've used graphite for a long time in iron clubs anyway. Currently, whilst it's to prevent a little bit of this elbow injury I'm suffering with, it does also, for most amateurs, give them a little bit of extra help in getting the ball airborne. So graphite shaft, it's an Aldila stiff shaft, no great shakes, fairly bog standard sort of shaft in the new CG16 Cleveland head, which is obviously the latest model that Cleveland do. Really pleased with the way they behave and perform. Moving on to the woods, I use an Adams, it's an old favourite this, so it's an old Adams hybrid, similar shaft, an Aldila stiff shaft, again graphite in the hybrid. And probably, if I was to say a favourite club, this is certainly one of them in the bag. By the very definition of the hybrid, it's a half iron, half wood. Gets me out of all sorts of trouble that I know I shouldn't be in. 3 wood, pretty well the same, similar sort of thing, Pershing shaft, graphite, 15 degrees of loft. This is actually a TaylorMade R9, so again a fairly old one, but not the current white one, nor a Cleveland of sorts, but 15 degrees, adjustable weights, adjustable shaft, and again it's one of my more favoured clubs, I suppose. Everyone talks to me about drivers these days and everybody wants to hit it further and longer. Of course, the technology has gone leaps and bounds. Titanium head, this is the Cleveland, the latest Cleveland, a 290 gram head, 10.5 in loft on the face. Actually got a tad more than that as well. Again, the same Pershing shaft as the 3 wood, same Lamkin grips as them all, and 45 inches long. So this gets me into a bit of trouble sometimes if I'm swinging badly, and it's the best club in the bag if I'm swinging well, like everybody, I suppose. The scoring clubs. I suppose that the most important club is the putter, but before that, the wedges. I'm a bit of a student of wedges, I suppose, so the Cleveland brand and I have got together, and I do a fair amount of short game lessons with the Cleveland stuff. Bounce is important. Bounce is signified in the Cleveland brand by 2 dots. 58 degrees, 12 degrees of bounce means that I'm effectively trying to use the back edge to make contact with the ground, and that's for me absolutely key. Standard shaft, standard grip, nothing particularly special other than that it's suited to me because it's 58 degrees. Bit of an old favourite again, as you might be able to see with the worn centre here. This is my 54, and probably about time I did get a new one, to be fair. This is one I've been using for a year or so. See how many shots have been hit. That's not me rubbing the centre with my fingers, that's just me hitting golf balls off the centre. So again, favoured club, 14 degrees of bounce, and a terrific club, 54 degrees. Wedge system, so 54 and 58, and probably the most important club in the bag. I've just changed actually fairly recently. This is a Never Compromise putter. The grip isn't on purpose to match my watch strap. This is just pure freak. Slightly new innovation of grip, slightly thicker in the grip with this one, and this is me just fiddling and trying and striving, I suppose, to become a better putter. Milled face, beautiful putter this. In love with it, certainly was yesterday. Putted beautifully yesterday. Whether tomorrow is the same, I don't know, but I've got a tiny bit of lead tape on the base of that. No great shakes other than lowers the centre of gravity, counters the fact that I suppose that the grip's a little bit thicker, so if I am putting, I'm trying to keep my hands out of the putting stroke, which is something that, you know, me and a lot of other players try and do. The most important club in the bag, no doubt. If you use it 30 times or less, then you've actually got a decent score. So it's important to be good with it, obviously. Just about all there is in the bag, apart from an abundance of tees, a spare shoelace, because the worst thing on a golf course is to snap your shoelaces. Always got some plasters in the bag just in case of blisters, although with Adidas shoes you'd rarely get them. waterproofs of a particular brand as well, always decent quality, always 2 or 3 gloves in the bag, and generally 3 or 4 balls, never more, but occasionally we do need some. But no great shakes really, always a banana, always some energy bars, always water in the bag. The bag is stocked with, and it's a pretty decent sized bag, so it's stocked with all sorts of food and beverage for the round, and that's why they've obviously I wouldn't like to caddy for me. I'd get someone else to caddy for me, carrying all this stuff. So no great shakes really, standard lie on the irons. Nothing much more to add other than, you know, get the equipment that's right for you and take some professional advice in doing so.